Welcome to part 4. In this section we're going to have a look at PowerHA in action. Well, the first thing we're going to do here is start the cluster, and we do that from CSpoc services, start cluster services, and we're going to start cluster services on all nodes in the cluster. I don't want to broadcast a message at startup. Starting the clinfo daemon is usually a good thing, because then we can use clstat and leave the rest of the fields as default. Now, while we wait for the cluster to actually start up, there isn't really any easy way in the product to tell what's going on apart from tailing various log files and looking at hundreds of lines of output. So I've written a nice in-cluster monitoring tool called QHA. We can do various things with QHA like display network interfaces, show the running events, display online volume groups, etc. So let's run that. You can download QHA again from my website at lpar.co.uk. So as you can see there, the internal state of the cluster manager is changing. We're running some recovery programs, we're running the application start script, nodes are coming up, resource groups online. The IP address has been aliased onto EN0 and the volume group as Grumpy VG has been varied on, so that looks good. And the second node is just coming up and the cluster is just stabilizing. Right, so that looks pretty good. ST stable means that the cluster is stable and everything's good. So let's, using the CL manager command, let's perform some actions. So let's firstly move the resource group to the backup node. And we've just kicked that off there. We can watch event processing and state changes through QHA while that operation is in effect. The resource groups have been acquired by the backup node. The IP addresses come online. And that looks like that is almost complete. We're just starting the application script. And that looks pretty good. So that's moved to the backup node. Right, okay, and while we're running successfully on the backup, let's perform a simulated crash. So let's just crash the backup node by rebooting it. And the application is successfully running back on the primary. So the node is rebooted. Let's restart cluster services on the backup node, but this time, rather than doing it from SMIT, let's use the CL Manager utility, and you just type CL Manager on node and then the node name, and it will start now. And we can check the status using QHA. So the node's joining the cluster. Right, and both cluster nodes are now stable. So probably the last and final thing we want to do when we've successfully built and tested a cluster is take a snapshot backup of the cluster configuration. So we can do that from SMIT, or we can simply do it from Comanager, and we can make snapshot, the name of the snapshot, and a simple description. So we'd call it my cluster backup. If after taking the snapshot backup we suddenly do something like I've just done a topology listing and I've just deleted the resource group, and we want to restore the snapshot from the backup, let's do it from SMIT this time. So we jump into cluster nodes and networks, manage the cluster, and then we find snapshot configurations, and we can just restore the cluster config from a snapshot. Pick the snapshot that we just created and apply it to the running cluster. And the snapshot there has been restored. So if we look at our topology configuration, you'll see our resource group is now back. In part 5 we'll be having a look at SAN fabric communications and CAA status.